welcome to the first of the Local Offer Live sessions. We're here to give you a bit of information about what the local offer is, some changes that we've made and how you can get the best from it. So to introduce myself, I'm Gemma Pickford-Waugh. I'm the Local Offer Coordinator, and we've also got...
Hi, I'm Alice, and I am the Young Person's Champion for the local offer.
So we both work very closely with the Parent Carer Forum to make sure that the site gives you the information that you need in a way that's easy to use. So I'll go through a bit about the purpose of the local offer. It aims to provide clear and up-to-date information about the available provision and how to access it. It explains how decisions are made and who by, and it sets out clear pathways for action and directions about what to do and where to go if things go wrong. It's more than just a web directory or website, though. It aims to make provision more responsive to local needs and aspirations by directly involving young people with SEND and their parent carers and service providers in its development and review. So as well as looking at how information is presented, we also work together to shape the services available within our offer. We use both statistics and conversations to find out what people are looking for and where there are gaps. So we have to have a local offer. It's in statute. I could bore you with the details about what explicit information must be in there, how people must be involved in the preparation and review, but I won't really. You can go to the SEND Code of Practice or SEND Regulations if you want some light bedtime reading, if you're really interested. But we'll talk about how we want to do it because it's very important to us. So the important thing is that we want you to understand the support and provision that's available to you so that you can access it if you need it, and so that you feel you've got choice and control about your lives. We want this to be in the easiest process it can be, so there's several ways that we aim to do these. Some of our principles. We aim to be collaborative. We involve parent carers, children and young people in developing and reviewing the local offer, and we also cooperate with those providing services. For example, so we've got the Somerset Parent Carer Forum audit the site twice a year and help services write the content. We've got our Young Person's Champion, Alice, here, helping to improve the content and raise awareness. And the website was recently redeveloped following an extensive user research project that involved services as well as parent carers and young people. We aim to make it accessible. It should be easy to understand, factual and jargon free. It should be structured in a way that's related to children, young people and parents' needs, and it should be well signposted and publicised. So we've done lots of work moving the website over to a new platform, and we're always updating content. We're trying to get out to where families are at events to grab your attention. Alice has recently been to the careers fairs, for example. You might have seen her with the giant Jenga or colouring sheets. And if you haven't, then keep your eyes open and say hi when you do see us. We aim to make it comprehensive. Parents and young people should know what support is available across both education, health and social care from 0 to 25 years, everything from universal to specialist and how to access it. It's got to include eligibility criteria where relevant and make clear where to go for the information, advice and support, as well as how to make complaints about provision or appeal against decisions. And so our collaborative approach in auditing makes sure that we've already talked about, make sure that we spot anything that we might have missed and we fill the gaps together to make sure all the content is there. We need to be up to date. It should be accurate and relevant at the point of use, reflecting the services and the information that's currently available to children, young people and their families. The latest versions and updates of policies and protocols will be held on the website with a planned review date visible. So in our most recent website update, there is a planned review date and last updated date clearly listed at the bottom of each web page. So you know that when you're looking at some information, how up to date that information is and you can trust it. We also need to be transparent. We try to be clear about how decisions are made and who's accountable and responsible for them. Comments about the local offer from or on behalf of children with SEND and their parents must be published. And so all of comments received, we publish in our annual report. They are anonymised, so you don't need to worry about anything being passed on like that. So a bit about what our local offer looks like. There's 3 types of pages that you'll find within the local offer. The first ones are information pages, and these convey specific, helpful quality information so you can learn something new or understand a topic better. We want to make sure that families are aware of both what they're entitled to and how you can manage your own well-being. So this includes guidance and advice, early identification and assessment processes, and also the duty of providers to make reasonable adjustments and information about how to raise concerns. We also have
a section where you can search which teams you want to find. And for example, here on the screen you have the Children's Outreach Team. It will say a description about them, then the type of provider, and then give a link to their main website.
Thank you, Alice. We've also got events. So we've got an events calendar so that we can share upcoming accessible opportunities to relax, get involved or improve skills for children and young people with SEND or their parent carers. So an example here would be the new Chill and Chat Stay and Play session held at Yeovil with the Parent Carer Forum. You can search for anything local to you. You can see different providers and find out a bit more. Oh, sorry. There we go. Right, we've recently updated the site and we did a lot of user research to get to that point. So we're going to share a bit now about what we found out and the changes we've made. And Alice is going to walk you through some of the website and what it looks like now. So people said that there's too much information and it's hard to navigate. As a result, we've made better, more focused search results. We're now using Google custom search for information and advice pages. We use it already on somerset.gov.uk and we know it works well. We also have more control over the order of results. So we're actually using separate bespoke search engines for the directories. Providers are separate to schools and childcare, and this allows more control over the order of results to make it more relevant to you. And you can filter by location or age group or who provides the service, for example. So Alice will walk you through searching the events calendar.
So if you go onto the events calendar, you can type in what event you want to find. And here coming up are some events about ADHD. And then if you click onto one of them, it will show you a map about whereabouts it is. There's some information about what the event is, how to book, if it's free. And then you can also go to their main page to find out more about them on their website.
Excellent. We've also broken things down more so that you don't get overwhelmed by the search results. You can see there the events that we've just looked through, but you can see childcare providers, Find SEND services and schools are separate. Because you can now clearly decide what type of provider you want. People used to get overwhelmed by searching childminder records when particular search terms were used, but that won't happen now. You can also search the news articles. Alice in particular really likes the news section, don't you? And it's helpful to be able to find out not only what happened this week, but go back in time and find when did something happen about the graduated response? When was it launched? Things like that you can search. So Parent Carer said there isn't a roadmap to say this is where you are and this is your next step. So as a result, we've now made clear pathways through information. Where processes are quite complicated, we've now got a design pattern that can help take you through each step. By laying out the process using steps, we can help give you an understanding of where you are and what comes next. So an example we're going to use is the Sensory Processing Handbook. And Alice will take you through that journey.
If you go up to search bar and you type in what you want to find, and you type in the sensory processing bit, and then you click on the sensory processing handbook, and you scroll down until you find the one you want, until you find the sensory one you want.
So you can jump to the parts you're interested in as well, can't you? Because you know what's coming up.
And then on this page, there's like a pyramid triangle of things. And then here there's lots of information you can read about it and some videos which you can watch.
It is also clear what comes next, but also what should have happened before. You might get sent to external websites for other useful bits and bobs, but you can always make your way back.
Or you can always look at documents if they're necessary to you.
You can see it's taking through the journey on the right hand side there. We've got all of our contents pages. And again, jumping to parts that may be more relevant to you.
And here there's more information you can read about it.
And we've kept eligibility criteria and supporting documents or referral forms. They're only available in the relevant steps so that you don't get overwhelmed before you get to that point. You won't see a referral form for 6 months down the line. When you need that referral form, it will be there, so it won't overwhelm you. People have often said that they jump from one place to the next in order to find information, and sometimes we had information both on our local offer and on our county council website. So we've merged the two sites together, but we've kept the branding separate, so you can see if it's purple, it is send. We've put information in the right place, and so by merging the sites together, we can put the send information in with the universal information rather than sending you somewhere else. So the send information now being in purple is clearly and consistently designed so you can quickly and easily find it. But by keeping parts of it within the universal information, it helps provide the context for you to understand where you're coming from. So Alice will walk you through an example of finding that.
So if you go down and you find the section you want, so we found the education section, you can go into the school transport section, and then you can go to the relevant page in the school transport bit. Then you can scroll down until you find the information you want.
So we found people were getting confused looking for school transport if their child or young person has an EHCP. They were never sure whether to look in the school transport section or in the EHCP section. And now it doesn't matter which section you go to, you will always find your way there, but it's clear which parts are related just to children and young people with special educational needs and disabilities. Both routes will get you to the same information. People told us that they're faced with a wall of text that's quite intimidating. So we are updating our content, and there are about 224 pages, I want to say offhand. It could be more or less. So it's quite a long process. Some of them have been updated, some of them are still in the process of being updated. So it's not how it will look just yet. We're working towards it. It's a big job. But we have improved the use of headings and contents, so we can help you skim read to just the part that you want by using the contents. And we know that not everybody likes reading, so we've tried to ensure that there are other ways to get the information. For example, we've increased the use of videos on the site. So Alice will take you through some headings and some videos. So if perhaps you're concerned about the rising cost of things because of your health, but you're not sure what you're looking for, you'll find the headings are clearer so that you can spot which one is the one that you might need.
And then when you go in to the section, there is a heading at the top and then some more headings to be able to clearly find the section you're looking for.
And where we signpost to someone else, you can find out more information in the Explore the Topic section down to that right hand side. So if you didn't want to read our descriptors but get straight there, you can jump to that part as well. And this is an example of where we use some helpful videos for you.
So if you go into the Having Your Voice Heard section, and then you go into if things are not working, then we have a video here at the top that you can watch. And then we have another few videos further down that you can also watch?
So the videos play within the webpage, so you don't get lost moving to a different site. You'll spot that a lot of these local live sessions often appear. If you're interested in some of the ones that you can't attend, then don't worry, because you will be able to see them later. I know I'm looking forward to the how to create visuals for your child straight after this. There's also the Devon and Somerset Fire and Rescue Service. We've stood next to them at a event recently, and I have to say I thought I knew about fire safety, but until I heard what they were saying and what they were showing people, I realised that there's a lot more I could learn. And so hopefully, if you can't make it to that session, that video will be uploaded to the safety pages on our site, so that you can find out not just by reading but by watching as well. You can find all of our events on the events calendar, which we've obviously previously looked through, or you can check Facebook for them. They're also listed on Facebook. So that was a bit of a whistle-stop tour of the site and how you can get the most from it. Hopefully you're feeling a bit inspired to try it out now. Just to note that from the 1st of April, you might be aware we're moving to one single council for the whole of the county, rather than our current 4 districts and 1 county council. As the council is the host of the local offer, then the feel of the site will change slightly, as the council website will also be changing. So we just wanted to show you what it will be changing to, so that you don't panic. If you come to look on the local offer and it's not exactly like what we've just shown you, you'll still be in the right place. Here's a bit of a sneak preview. It should feel the same. It's based on the same principles and should work the same for you. It will just look a bit different. Okay. And an example of how the pages change. So it'll look a bit sleeker. So we want you to continue to tell us what you think. Feedback about the local offer is really important to us. I read somewhere that for every 26 unhappy website users, only 1 complains and the other 25 will just stop using the website. If we don't receive insightful feedback, which is specific, timely, meaningful and candid, we don't know what you want us to improve. We're always trying to make it better for you. Let us know what's working and what isn't. And how do we tell service users and providers and partners what's happened as a result of their feedback, Alice?
You can always have a look on our Facebook page and read what we've been up to, and you can always comment or message us on Facebook or tag us in the post you put on Facebook.
Yep. We've also got a You Said We Did page on the local offer, and that will summarise key messages and our actions. And as we said, we have to compile all of the key messages from feedback and statistics on usage and our actions and plans for the next year. So you can find out about that on our annual report, which is on the local offer.